Disclaimer: everything discussed in this stream is alleged. Everything is based on our opinions. Please do your own research.
Hello.
Hi, Holly. How are you doing? How are you?
I'm hot and sweaty.
That's weird. I didn't notice your tagline until now. I'm pretty sure it wasn't up there about 30 seconds ago.
No, it wasn't, because I saw my tagline on yours. So I figured.
How did that happen?
Weird.
It's weird. So weird. Hi, Krang. Are you still there, or have you gone to church? I wonder. And you know what? We might not have as many people as we thought, or as we normally do tonight, because Phil Brown is so kind, and he decided to stream tonight at the same time.
What a dick.
Mm-hmm. I know. That's what I said. I sent him an email.
Yep.
I know.
Dude, Tuesdays are night, man.
You can be a real housewife. Oh, we do invite him, and he's not allowed.
Yeah.
So too bad, but that's okay. Hi, Dylan Woods. What's this episode about? Oh, God. Well, it's about a lot of things.
It's Stampede Week in Calgary, Alberta. So,
but mostly it's about Epstein.
Well,
I think. Epstein Diddy. Daddy Mark Carney.
Daddy Carney. Oh my God. Daddy Carney's so smoking hot.
No. You guys, you know what? Actually, unfortunately, Dylan Woods, because you started it, you asked questions. You get a punishment. Holly punished me this week and sent me this video. First of all, I can't believe this account was made, but there's an account made for Mark Carney. There's some people out there who think he's a shit. He's so hot. So have a look.
Out into the city, I make a lot of noise, 'cause the girls, they are so pretty. Riding up and down Broadway on my old stud Leroy, and the girls say, save a horse, ride a cowboy. Everybody says, save a horse, ride a cowboy. Well, 'cause I saddle up.
And I'm going to be honest, when I'm watching that, all I'm thinking is geriatric fish balls. I don't know why fish is in there, but I feel like he has fishy balls.
Yeah.
I don't like him.
Fishy balls.
But did you see the tagline, the name of the account? Mark Carney's Thirst Trap?
Mark Carney Thirst Traps is the account. And I don't know why. It has nothing to do with my algorithm, but that shit got pushed on me. So now you guys have to see it too. Rocky, you have to see it too. I had to see it.
No, I did. I did laugh. I was like, oh my God. Oh, who made this account? And then there's like one where they're like calling Mark Carney daddy. First of all, what the fuck? But anyways, and it's funny because the video starts off with Mark Carney and his wife. And my comment, I think I got in trouble for it. Anyways, it said, wow, that's pretty rude. I know his wife's masculine looking, but you don't need to call her daddy. Anyways, it wasn't well received, but that's fine. Canada's a joke. Listen, the pancake flipping, you know what? It's happening here too, because we have to.
Yeah, we're gonna cover the pancake flipping.
We have to. But there's more to it than that. It demonstrates what a lack of manliness.
Yeah, it's the weak wrist. You have to have a nice, good, strong wrist to be able to flip pancakes. And those men have weak wrists, and I think it's due to the soy.
I really hate Telegram right now. I uploaded way more. So that's not good at all. Just give me 1 second here. I think this is, I uploaded the first 5. I know what happened. None of the other ones got up. Anyways, I uploaded a few of the Stampede. So I'm just I think this is one of the Mark Carney ones. I'm not sure.
Please welcome the Right Honorable Mark Carney, Prime Minister of Canada.
Oh my God, everyone's booing.
You're worse than Justin.
Yes, you flip that one. I know. No. Oh, there you go. Oh. That's not it. That's not. I was better in Ottawa. another one. I got another one. I'm practicing. I got a little cocky there.
Doesn't even know when pancakes are ready.
He's flipping too soon, just like Trudeau did.
Yeah, you got to wait till the bubbles are on the little bit, at least on the edges. You have to have the bubbles. Without the bubbles, there's no point.
Yeah.
I've got to upload all the rest of the videos. While I'm doing that, do you want to quickly go through the Stampede videos I have up there? I've got to upload the rest. I did so much work for these, so I have to make them.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
They're all pretty much Stampede, the first 5.
Yes. So the Calgary Stampede is now a part of Calgary's timeline this week. That's where everybody in the city decides to get drunk and be debaucherous.
They're fantastic.
Oh my God. Every year there is a increase in the divorce rate. There's an increase in the STDs. They're called STIs now, and unwanted pregnancies every year. And that's been happening since I was a kid. So the entire city gets drunk and does nothing for a week. Now,
Some of the people.
Well, yeah. I think it's getting worse. Each year, progressively, it's getting more and more debaucherous. So we'll just go through some images of what the Calgary Stampede is all about if our viewers don't know.
I got summer on my mind, nowhere else, no.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. Like I remember,
it's nice, but it's
like,
disgusting this year. Look how many people went. Like too many.
Yeah.
In
The
my
last
opinion.
time I went was the year after lockdowns when everyone was still terrified of the pandemic, and they opened it for free. So there was no gate admission. You could go in, and it was about half the pavilions and rides and everything. And maybe a quarter of the people showed up. And because it's an outdoor thing, masks weren't mandated anymore.
Right
So it was
back.
actually nice. Yeah. And it was really interesting because nobody showed up, and it was actually quite nice. Like it was very quiet. We got to see everything. We tried the Midway food. It was fun. But yeah, it's this year. It's ridiculous how many people are on the grounds. And I don't know if you know Calgary weather, but the first 2 weeks of July are typically the hottest time of the year, but also the time of year we get the most intense storms. So every year there's at least one massive hailstorm on the grounds. And then during the day on the asphalt, it becomes intolerable. The heat, like it'll be 30 degrees air temperature, but in down on the grounds in the Stampede Park, it'll be hitting 35, 40 degrees. So there's been people that have, passed away down there and stuff like that. So anyway, here's another video. Now, I'm sure a lot of those people were wearing deodorant. At least I'm hoping so.
1 second here.
Yeah, and then here's another little ditty about what's going on in Calgary.
Here are some of the craziest foods you have to try at this year's Calgary Stampede. This year's lineup is wild as ever with options like the maple glazed donut grilled cheese, spicy coconut avocado ice cream, ube corn dogs, and if you're feeling really brave, you can have your poutine topped with worms. Other options include smoked tongue on a stick, deep fried pickle Oreos, Dubai chocolate funnel cakes, ramen filled burritos, or a Fruit Loops chicken burger. And you can check out the full list online or at the Stampede from July 4th to 13th.
Yeah, that's one thing that Stampede is known for is the crazy ass food. Like even ever since I was a kid, there was always something weird. Back in my day, it was like deep fried Mars bars and stuff like that. There was no worms on anything, although you could get a scorpion sucker or like a mealworm sucker. But that was the most intense. Now it's smoked pork tongue on a stick, or Stuff like that. No, thank you. And of course, the Skittles hot dog, which is basically just a boiled hot dog on a Wonder Bread bun covered in Skittles for $15. So, prices. Let's see. 2 police investigations into an explicit video of a parking lot threesome during Calgary Stampede are now inactive and no charges have been laid.
I don't think he understands. Of course,
It's the
do you not
10-year
understand though,
anniversary.
Austin? Well, look. Okay, wait. Look at this. Okay, let's go remove stage. Austin, look at our background. Remove yourself.
Okay.
There we go. Do you know what that is? Sorry, Holly. I was adding at the same time. Do you know what that is?
Lest we forget.
Austin, that is the infamous spot.
That's the corner.
Yeah, but you know what? I actually felt really bad. I felt really bad for. There's one other person who was trying to do something so fantastic. Are you there?
Yeah,
Can
I'm
you hear
here.
me?
I can hear you.
Okay, good. Sorry. It's because I was using my phone. That same year, this guy put so much effort into being noticed at Stampede, into like, being a showstopper. And this bitch, that Alexis Furling, she stole his show all by bending over. That's all she did. But look, check this out. Look, I don't even know if you heard the story, or some people didn't. They don't even know it's real. What? Dylan, we don't delete anything.
We don't
What did
delete
she say?
anything. We don't delete anything. It might be YouTube.
We don't get offended.
Yeah, if you want to say spicy stuff, go over to Rumble. We're live on Rumble as well. Same name, Real Housewives of Alberta. You can say whatever you want there, and it shows up. And we put it on screen because
Yeah, you can say whatever. All right, but I'm going to show you this. This poor guy, he put so much work into this, and then nothing came of it because this bitch was just having sex. So, here we are. Sure. All right.
Lifted by helium balloons. A Calgary man flew upward into the sky last night on a chair.
It was incredible. It was the most surreal experience I've ever imagined. I was just by myself on a $20 lawn chair up in the sky above the clouds.
He soared for about an hour, covering more than 10 kilometers.
The hair was shaking, and I was looking down at my feet dangling through the clouds at a 747 flight taking off or just landing. Like I saw a WestJet flight go right below me at one point.
He was aiming for the Stampede, hoping to draw attention to his company. His flight landed him off mark in a green space about a kilometer away and also into trouble. Today, Daniel Boria faces a charge of mischief causing danger to life.
You're taking people's safety into account, especially you're talking about the Stampede and hundreds of thousands of people who are on the ground on a given day. That's not something that justice will take lightly at all.
Police say he could face more charges for endangering other flights and flying across the city. Others who've pulled the stunt in the U.S. flew over fields and shot down their balloons. Boria instead abandoned his chair and parachuted. Police call it reckless and say he could be fined.
No, I think he'll end up out of pocket quite a bit. Probably would have been cheaper to get a billboard.
It's disappointing that they're pursuing it that heavily. I thought it was quite creative.
Boria spent upwards of $20,000 on the stunt. He says it was worth it. Boria will appear in court next week. Kate Adak, CBC News, Calgary.
Right? So imagine, Holly, you go to all that effort, and that same day there's this girl in this alley who's getting tag teamed, and that takes over. Social media takes over everything. No one's talking about your fucking $20,000 balloon chair stunt. I don't know why it's freezing up, but yes, fuck them both. You're right. I agree with you, Austin. Krang, I don't give a shit about other people's religions. I don't care about what people like or don't like. It's really not my thing. Oh, yes. We have talked to him, and I have been meaning to reply. God, actually, if you talk to him, could you tell him, Devin, send me another email and we will have you on if you want. Yeah. there's not much new that we have to say about her tonight. There's nothing new that's come in. I don't know if everybody's been doing as I suggested and putting the pressure back on JF to go find his wife. Like, just go fucking man up and go do it. But until people start demanding he do something, I don't think anything's going to change.
No, I honestly don't think. I think
unless the police, obviously.
Well, the police, obviously, and I mean, it's still an open investigation. They're still looking at it. I think he gets off on the attention because he really likes the fact that people think that he's a very bad dude that might have offed his wife. He likes that, and he likes the fact that it can't be proven. But I don't know. We've watched videos where it was 7 years later when a dude in Alberta got arrested. We found his wife.
Yeah.
So it's only been 2
I
years.
think some things might change though, because I do hear some rumblings that there's some new people interested, and those people actually have power, whereas we don't have as much power as we would love, or as I would love. Krang, listen, I'm gonna be honest. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I gotta go back to Krang here for a second here. Krang, listen, I am not religious. Okay, I didn't go to church. I've been to church. I've been in 2 churches my whole life. I grew up in care, so they didn't do, like, when I grew up in foster care, they were like, that was when all of a sudden the state was trying to like separate from the church because of all of the accusations were coming out and whatever, right? So allegations of child abuse and stuff like that. So they were separating. So I did not get any deep religious talk. So I don't actually have any religious say about anything. Why did you like my comment? I do like your comment because I like everything about Ukraine. I'm just telling you, I can't. I don't know enough about religion. It's the same with the Jews. I don't know enough about the Jews to hate them either. I'm starting to not like them, though. I'm going to be honest with you, Holly. They are not. They're really doing a fucking terrible job of making it seem like they're not.
It's terrible. A certain group. It's a certain group of very, very powerful, very rich elites, and certain family lines that just happen to be Jewish.
Ugh.
There's also a lot of Germanic people that
the Zionists.
There's a lot of bad dudes.
They're disgusting, and I don't over it.
What lady?
Yeah. So I mean, that's it. So I was right. Yeah.
Well, back to the show.
I don't know that because I don't know enough about her religion to know that. I can't. If somebody wants to believe in whatever the fuck they want to believe in, go for it. Hi, Salty Australian. How you doing? I'm going to upload the videos that I'd say for the Epstein stuff. Will you deal with Krang? But I can't. I mean,
well, I'm just gonna go back to the show.
For religious beliefs. Exactly. I don't care.
Yeah, we're just gonna
keep. What? Okay, but you can't go to Epstein yet.
No, I'm not going.
You could go down her furlong. No, but the Stampede chick, the slut. She is. I put that video up there. It's on the bottom one. It's the last one. I'm going to upload the rest now.
I see it.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. So continuing on with the Stampede, I think we already showed the pancake flipping, and who made that comment earlier about the pancake? I'm sick and fucking tired of pancake flipping. And it's been since Trudeau came to town and he could never flip a pancake. And it was always that big political, like, he's a loser, he can't flip a pancake. I don't care. And the fact that Danielle Smith can flip pancakes over her shoulder and stuff like that, it's like, okay, cool. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. But the thirst traps are kind of fun.
Into the city, I make a lot of noise, 'cause the girls, they are so pretty. Riding up and down Broadway on my old stud Leroy, and the girls say, save a horse, ride a cowboy. Everybody says, save a horse, ride a cowboy. Well, 'cause I saddle up.
When I shared that with Rocky, there was the comments underneath that video were insane of women just losing their freaking minds about how hot this guy is. My favorite comment that was underneath there was, my husband is going to leave me for that man, posted by a middle-aged white woman. And I'm kind of like, Jen, maybe we should talk about your relationship with your husband. Are we talking about a lavender marriage? Because cool, that could happen. But anyway, we'll continue on. I can see her loading up videos here. So this is the infamous spit roast girl. It was 15 years ago. So it was 2015 when this happened. And this girl did that for concert tickets to go see Wiz Khalifa. We all know that, right? And the guy, like, everyone talks about how she got in trouble and she was shamed about it. The two guys that were with her were friends, and they got in just as much shit as she did, and they were ostracized from family. And the one guy has passed away since then. And so I don't think they got away scot-free, and she was the only one that was punished over this. She's the one that rode the 15 minutes of fame, and she actually became a stripper and did the Alberta circuit in places like Wainwright and Stettler, and she was a main stage. And people came out to see her just because of this infamous video. So here's her talking about what happened.
I pretty much made a YouTube channel to talk about this interesting incident that happened. A lot of people out there think that I'm like proud of what happened. Can't say I'm really proud about it, but I'm not really ashamed. But for the rest of you haters out there, all y'all gonna hate and keep hating. But it's actually you that gives me that potential to keep going for more. So when I was a boy, I didn't see people outside. Said no one ever, right? I drink to that. Stay tuned for more.
And that song that was playing in the background was actually written by two 16-year-old boys. And that song went viral and was
Oh my God,
all over Alberta in 2015. The was it going viral like Alexa? And yeah, it was it was so bad. Yeah, it was these two young boys that just for fun decided to make that song, and they actually made money off of it.
I'm not having a good night tonight, Holly.
No, we'll get through it. We're having technical issues because, again, we're not professionals. So that's it about the Stampede. So happy 10th anniversary.
Hopefully when they...
Oh, you cut out again. Thank you, Alexa, for giving us 10 years of Stampede jokes. So lest we forget the lady who got spit roasted at the Stampede. And that's not even the most disgusting. It just was the fact that somebody got it on video and they posted the video. They're like in the beer tent that's there, like that, not the the Cowboys beer tent is, but was it Cowboy North or what's the beer tent called? I'm old, I don't know. But there's that big beer tent there, and there's a girl talking. I think I sent the video to you about this girl talking about how she works the Stampede. And the last year, there was a girl that got so drunk that she squatted on the dance floor, lifted up her shirt, and took a shit on the dance floor. It's all mud and like gross piss and puke.
That's disgusting.
But she took a shit on the dance floor. So if that's your idea of fun, have fun. I will not be joining you. Oh, you're nice and clear now.
Yeah, thanks. Well, I'm having like a really big fucking panic attack. Nothing's working, and it's uploading videos that I didn't want it to have.
Okay. Well, wait.
It's fine. It's all good.
Let's skip what we don't want.
It's like what is happening? Yeah. I did want to quickly say about that girl at Stampede. I mean, whatever. She worked it. Did you? The Danger Cats went and did an interview with her.
Alex, the spit roast girl?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
did they?
did.
Of course they fucking did.
Yeah, they did. They brought her flowers and took her on a date.
Well,
anyways, whatever. So you guys, okay, things are going to start working now. Fucking gently. Thank you, God. We're done with our technical issues. All femcast. Yes. Dangerous. Yes. Say hi to Rachel. Hi, Rachel. Rachel.
Hi, Rachel.
Rachel, you're joining the sex cult. Okay,
Now
Rachel, you're gonna love it.
For the cute cult, we have Bunt.
Sex.
We have Black Forest.
We have cream pie.
We got
Cream pie on aisle 9.
If you're more into
you know
pies,
what? Yeah. It's going to be a good time here, Rachel. Welcome to the show. Okay, now things are going to start working because I fucking did it. You know what? Like, I worked on this stream. You have no idea. This is what bothers me. I start last night, okay? And like, I edited all the little clips that we're going to use, all the ones I've stolen off the internet. I crop them. I have to convert them into proper different file, save them, send them to my saved folder in Telegram, download them on my computer, upload them to this fucking thing, and then I have no idea where they went. They were all there before I had to relog on. And it's just like, I can't handle that. That makes me actually freak out a bit. I'm not gonna lie.
why don't we discuss afterwards, maybe sending them to me and through Telegram and I can upload them?
Yeah, that'd be fine. That'd be fine because I'm getting tired of it. Like, because it is very upsetting. Like, you get, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. So I just want everyone to know that, like, let's be honest here. I know this next comment's not going to be favorable, but I just want you to know that the world leaders don't care if you fuck kids. They don't give a shit about kids. It's true, Holly. I can see your face. Your face got frozen for a second. Like, no, they don't give a shit. Let's be honest here. How the fuck do they find? How is this Epstein thing going away? And they're all protecting themselves, of course, just like Diddy. You can fuck kids if you have enough money. That's what it comes down to.
It's not money. It's power and influence, because that's what comes after money. And then once they own you, then you're fucked. And then you're in the club. You walk through the door. You walk through that door and you sign the contract. You sell your fucking soul. And then that's where the true evil lies. And those are the people that run the planet. And it's sick.
Yeah, I can't handle it.
I do not want to be.
I can't. Oh, what? How'd that happen?
I'm a happily married woman.
So fast. I didn't catch it so fast. Do you like it? By the way, I had to get rid of that red. I didn't like it. I had to get rid of it.
I like it. It looks pretty. I like the depth of the color.
Thank you. Okay, so all right, so you all know that there is no Epstein stuff, but the way that the administration is gaslighting people is, a lot of people actually think that they're trying to kick off, like, this is going to be what it is that kicks people off into like an absolute frenzy, because and it should, except obviously if that's what they want, then we don't want that. But like Phil Brown was saying, they're doing this to literally kick off a revolution so they can bring in martial law and whatever else and more surveillance and stuff. But listen to this fucking arrogant prick. Yeah, it's terrible.
Your memo and release yesterday on Jeffrey Epstein, it left some lingering mysteries. One of the biggest ones is whether he ever worked for a American or foreign intelligence agency. The former Labor Secretary, who was Miami U.S. Attorney Alex Costa, he allegedly said that he did work for an intelligence agency. So could you resolve whether or not he did? And also, could you say why there was a minute missing from the jailhouse tape on the night of the staff?
Yeah, sure. If I
could I just interrupt for 1 second? Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep? That is unbelievable. Do you want to waste the time, and do you feel like answering?
I don't mind answering.
I mean, I can't believe you're asking a question on Epstein at a time like this, where we're having some of the greatest success and also tragedy with what happened in Texas. It just seems like a desecration. But
tell that to the little girls that you and your creepy bugger, you creepy fucking power friends raped, okay? Like, what the fuck?
My question is, if there's no fucking client list, why is Maxwell in jail? What was she charged with? She was charged with, like,
I think she was convicted of 6 counts of trafficking.
She was convicted of trafficking to who? And
well, you know, they'll throw 6 people under the bus.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they're six that they can pick and choose. They didn't bow correctly, but this pisses me off so much because do you remember when he was first elected this term? And he's like, we're gonna give you the Epstein list, and it's gonna be the best list ever. And then he talked about the JFK files. We're completely. I believe that all of that evidence was destroyed in that fire in New York City, in that FBI storage building that housed documentation, everything like that. There is no list. They're telling us the truth. There is no list because they've already cleansed it and they've already destroyed it. And that fucking show that they had when they had all those influencers show up and they gave them those binders with all the shit in it that we all already knew. That moment I knew we were never going to find out. We were never going to know.
Ryan Dawson says that there wasn't actual list, but he was able. He has worked for months and months and months and hours on a list, and he's trying to get anybody. He won't release it until he gets somebody who has some actual an audience to do it, and then nobody's biting. I agree. The kids that died in Texas that's tragic. We are going to talk about that. We can talk about it really quick if you really want to. But the kids that passed away in Texas, that's sad. They're still going to be screwing kids is the problem here. The kids are still going to get fucked by these rich, powerful, disgusting men because they can get away with it, and they have been getting away with it, and they keep getting away with it.
Yeah.
And that freaks me out. Like, what the fuck? I mean, we should care about all the kids, but I just don't understand how we've come to this place where everybody can just be like, well, it's too bad. What the fuck? Not too bad. Fucking let's fix it. Well, he's a grifter. He's not a grifter. He's a child molester, and he sold children to other powerful people. You can't minimize it. He sold children to get fucked by dirty old men, Bill Gates included. Belinda Gates is saying part of the reason that she divorced Bill was because of his fucking participation on Epstein Island.
And he was friends with Epstein after he was arrested and convicted.
Yeah, they're all disgusting.
Visiting him.
They're all disgusting. I can't not talk about it. I can't, and I'm sorry. Listen, I like you having an opinion and stuff, Daryl, but Maxwell is a grifter. Of course she was. Listen, people are opportunists. Everybody's going to get what they can while they can, but you cannot victimize kids and get away with it. And it should be by death, period. If that was the case, we would have a lot less people risking it.
Well,
but
death by wood chipper, feet first.
Just up the fucking get rid of them. They're disgusting. Now, okay, so we all know they've lied. I guess we probably don't even need all half of these videos, but listen to this. I want you to hear this. Nobody's talking about this, and it fucking drives me nuts. I have 3 questions. Why did the prosecution that was hired or that originally charged P. Diddy with his trafficking and whatever, why didn't he charge P. Diddy with these 125, I think it is, people that he abused that are all going in the civil lawsuit against him? Listen to the details from this lawyer that is doing this class action suit against Diddy.
120 individuals who intend to bring civil claims in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs. I want to focus on the ages of these victims. When you talk about the ages of the victims when the conduct occurred, it's shocking. Our youngest victim at the time of the occurrence was 9 years old. We have an individual who was 14 years old. We have one who was 15. 25 of the 120 individuals who are plaintiffs in these cases were minors at the time of the acts complained of. The time frame of the acts complained of is very wide. The conduct at issue spans from the years 1991 all the way till this year, 2024. If you wonder why there are so many alleged victims, that's your answer. We're talking about more than 25 years of this type of conduct. We now represent 100.
That's the guy that has promised to have A-list celebrities linked up, and I guess he is going quite aggressively after these A-list celebrities to settle, or be exposed. But it's like, no, you don't get to settle. No. I don't want them to settle. Expose them. We need to know who the fuck they are. And I know, I do. I personally do. Like, I know that. I don't know if you heard the rumors about Will Smith, but like, did I? I hate my life sometimes, Holly. It's fucking, it irritates me.
I know.
But Will Smith was accused of being one of the men involved. And there's apparently videos of Will Smith getting pretty hardcore fucked by other men. Like really, yeah. And hey, now I got to find it.
Well, you look at the behavior of Will Smith with his wife and everything like that. You cannot tell me that man hasn't been pegged by his wife at least once.
So gross, and the way he is with his own kids is fucking weird. Like, he is weird. They're all weird. They're all just gross weirdos.
And like, I remember when Will Smith was actually kind of cool, and he was a big movie star, and I loved his movies, and he was
he was super funny.
Yeah, super funny, and I loved, what the fuck was that show that he was in? Prince of Bel-Air.
The Fresh Prince, yeah.
Loved that show when I was a kid. And his music was a little mainstream, a little poppy, but he wrote, well, he didn't write, but he did some like pretty good music. It was fun and light in 90s, back when, we were innocent. We didn't fucking know about all this shit. I want to go back.
I want to go back, but I mean, the fact is they're all disgusting, and they should all, they're never going to be held accountable. And I mean, I guess fine, let's accept it. But then I'm thinking, okay, so what do we do then? How do you protect the kids? You have to pull your kid out of every institution that's ever been overseen by any of these sick fucks, because that's the fact. They're getting access to these kids through
the
multiple ways, but schools. Big time. A lot of that lady, the one that killed herself, what's her name? Epstein's.
One of Epstein's victims. I can't remember her name. The one that got hit by a bus or something, and she's like, "I'm not suicidal. I don't want to die," and then got hit by a bus, survived, and then died. Well, you just look at all the people that surrounded Diddy that died of pneumonia.
Yeah, too many.
Brittany Murphy, Aaliyah,
Michael Jackson. They think Michael Jackson too.
Oh fuck yeah, yeah. Michael Jackson was speaking out,
and he was trying to get money. He was suing a bunch of companies or a bunch of.
He was actively purchasing his catalog back from Sony, so he owned his music. And once he started actually owning his music again, that's when he really started speaking out. And then he released that song, They Don't Really Care About Us, which is a fucking awesome song. And then the pedophile allegations came out. And in the beginning, his hardcore fans, nobody believed it. But it became very mainstream. And
yes,
they killed him.
Now, Jim Comey, was also he was involved with you wrote it. I'm sorry. I read that halfway and then my brain's like, yeah, I was about to say. You are right.
Yeah.
No, they're all awful. They're all disgusting. And I can't, listen, I know you don't think, Daryl, I know you don't think this is all Trump's fault. Fine. But he doesn't get away with it just because he's cool and he says the right things. The guy has fucking gone back on what he said he was going to do. He has flip-flopped 100%. I'm not getting involved in the Iran war. We bombed Iran. What the fuck?
Iran with the Freedom Doritos.
Yeah, no. And then, okay, so I did find this video of Will Smith. So Will Smith came out with a new song. Oh, fuck me gently.
Oh my God.
This song is,
watch it.
Not the whole song, but this is great. Somebody recreated it. It's perfect.
Girl, I love pretty girls. Girls. I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. I don't like men no more. I said I like women. Women.
I said, women, I'm not gay. I would not date a man. I would not carry a purse. I would not put on makeup. I will love a woman.
Oh, it's fantastic. Whoever recreated that was great. I loved it. But yeah, the fact that Will's like, oh, everyone thinks I'm gay. I think if I release this song, they'll know I'm not. I like pretty girls. First of all,
girls,
you should be liking pretty women, motherfucker, not girls. You dirty. They're all dirty.
Old man. You dirty old man. No, I think he was trying to do the old school, like what I was talking about, like one of his songs that I love is Summertime.
Yeah, that
it's
is
such
good.
a good summer song. It's easy, it's brainless, it's nice.
Who is TDS?
Oh, Trump derangement syndrome? Is that what we're talking about?
Oh. I did not know. I did not realize that. I apologize. I just think the whole thing's sick. And if you're going to defend a pedophile, I have to assume you fuck kids. Period.
Well, I see. Here's my hot take that everyone's going to hate me for. I don't believe that Trump is a diddler. Like, he's done some inappropriate things with women, especially when he owned Miss Universe and he used to like show up in the back room, check out, make sure everyone was okay. But all of those women were young women. They weren't children. And he did make comments back in the day about Epstein and about, oh yeah, he likes them young. And that made him feel really uncomfortable. So I don't believe Trump is a part of that club. But I do believe that
he
Trump
knows that people are.
Oh, he knows those people personally. And he was taken to that room and shown the pictures of JFK and then explained to what's going to happen. Remember, you got shot in the ear and it was all planned.
Yeah.
If you speak out and you blow this up, the same thing's going to happen to you and your kids and your family and your grandkids. They've got him over a barrel and there's nothing he can do now. So he can do the deportations. He can do the tax reductions with a big, beautiful bill. He can do all of those things, but he cannot blow the system apart, which is what he wanted to do, but he can't now.
Well, he should. And I mean, anybody worth, I mean, I remember back during COVID when it was very clear that Jason Kenney was definitely being manipulated. I emailed him. I'm like, I don't know what they have on you, but could you just stand up for us, please, and not let this happen? Because you very clearly are being told what to do because you keep changing your mind and all of a sudden you're getting a little dictatory and it was getting really fucked up. I know. But that's the thing. And now he's just carrying on with his life, being a lawyer or whatever, legal analyst or whatever the fuck he's doing. There's none of these people ever get held accountable. But you go and protest and you're going to be in jail for 2 years. You know, Chris Carver is still not out of jail, even though he was granted bail. And that's because the Crown and the judge and the defense can't agree on his terms. Like, it's just the whole thing is getting gross. Also, what the fuck? Trump flip-flopped on this today.
Ukraine. We're going to send some more weapons. We have to. They have to be able to defend themselves. They're getting hit very hard now. They're getting hit very hard. We're going to have to send more weapons. Your defensive weapons, primarily, but they're getting hit very, very hard.
We're not going to get involved. Like, fucking pick a lane and stay in it. How about that? I'm getting road rage and I'm not even driving.
Well, the whole no new wars president, like when he was president the first time, he did the bombing of Yemen, I think, and everyone on the news was like, no, he's acting presidential. And so they were super happy with him, and it was the no new wars president. And a lot of people voted for Trump, not because they loved him or they're a part of MAGA, but because he talked about we're not going to get involved in any more wars outside of the US. It's costing us too much money. It's funneling taxpayer dollars to places that are not going to improve the United States.
They're just fucking liars. Yeah, but they're just fucking, all of them are just fucking liars. And I'm so fucking over it.
Yep.
Like, look at me. I'm like, let's revolt. But then I was talking to Phil Brown today on X about it. And I'm like, he's like, it would be really bad if people did, because we're not Let's be honest. We're not prepared. And I said to him, you're right. We've got like 2% of the men in Canada are men. 2%. Okay. The rest are not. They're not. They have a lot of estrogen in them and a lot of fucking weird shit going on. But we only have like a 2% male population of the males that would be able to do anything. And that's obviously not going to work. So I mean, it does suck, but I need to take a minute and cleanse this for a minute here, okay? So I'm just going to put some fun on for a second.
You're under arrest for indecent exposure. I didn't do anything. You were peeing in the street with your dick exposed. Have a seat and try not to piss in my car, please.
So as soon as I call my uncle, who works for the government, it's going to be dropped. So we should probably just let me go, and you're going to lose your job. Fight me 101, you fucking bitch!
He's going to jail. He's not coming home.
He's not coming home?
Nope, he's going to jail.
101, you bitch!
Okay.
Open up the fucking door and let me fight you 101. Bet what happens.
Hey, no!
Let's go.
Why would you even touch the door?
I didn't know this shit was gonna open.
You call my uncle? What do you say? Let's go. Thank you. You have 3 seconds. I'm giving you 3 seconds to open this door, and you're fucked to call my uncle back. I'll give you 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. It's not open? Okay. You're fucked. You're fucked. I'll give you another chance. I'll give you 3 more chances. 3, 2, 1.
I didn't know this shit was gonna...
I do love those. I love them. They always make me laugh.
They make me laugh so hard because the animation is so poorly done. It's perfect.
But it's also spot on. Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
And then there's this
curtains for you tonight.
Not sure what that means, but it sure sounds delicious. I love a woman that can cook.
I was wrong. She's not a cook, boys. That dirty meat sleeve smelled rotten and looked like a bird's nest filled with bacon.
Come back. You still gotta try my homemade fudge.
I gotta get the fuck out of here. Meet my new girlfriend, Carol.
Gross. Gross. Oh. Yeah, it's pretty gross.
You broke me.
Dieter Brock. Oh, Dieter. The last time somebody did that and put a name in the thing, and they said it was who. They said what happened to JF's wife, and I went, "Who's JF?"
Everyone look at.
And then
have
that
you guys
has
looked
snowballed.
at the disappearance of Laura Petuan? No, we haven't. And here we are.
Yeah. Who is Katie Johnson? Who is Katie Johnson? Does anybody know? The AI videos are awesome. But speaking of AI videos, this shit that they released, just like I hate it. You know what I hate? I hate that they think. I don't even think they think we're stupid. They just know that we can't do shit about it. Yeah. And that part bothers me. But there's like this. They released this except for 1 minute. Dude, this is what they released to the public, and it's supposed to be, I don't know, it's supposed to be proof that he killed himself. We don't know what day that's from. Just because they have it in the bottom hand, do you think we couldn't get AI to recreate this using the visuals from that?
Right. It's okay. Like,
and also, do they not have any cameras that are closer to the cell?
and the fact, like, are those cells? Because I thought cells were supposed to have windows so the guards could walk past and look in on their like.
Well, I think the pods are up top, like, so you'd go up the stairs, and I think they're along that wall. So she's probably underneath things. His is probably obviously the secure section.
Yeah.
And so whatever, but I don't believe there's. I think what they're showing us is I think they're just. I don't know. I don't know if they're trying to piss us off, but they're pissing me off.
They're trying to piss us off. They're trying to distract us from something.
I can't take anymore. I can't do it.
I can't do it.
What do you guys think is happening? What do you guys think? If there's a distraction, what do you think is happening? And what do you think the consequences or the results are going to be? Do you think people are going to revolt in the US? Daryl, I'm curious about you because I know you are in the US. Ooh, but Daryl, I've also got to talk to you about something. I got something for Daryl.
I think that they are like you were saying earlier. Basically, they did this. There was nothing in the Epstein files. There's no list. We're not going to release anything. They did that to trigger the right. They did that to activate the right because they've already got the left activated. They've already got the left shooting up ICE and killing police officers and stuff like that. They've had that happening since the summer of love. The left is already triggered and activated. They need to activate the right. They need to start this war. They need to have civil war happen because Trump signed on with Palantir. They need to provide the solution. They're just trying to create the emergency that people are going to beg for, so they already have the solution in place.
I know they won't. See, like that, doesn't that piss you off though?
Yeah.
Like even I'm sure in Australia, I'm sure you get pissed off because you're sitting there and you're like, I know that Australia's had a lot of bullshit happen to them too. And people just don't do anything. What? I don't get it. I'll never understand it. But I did find this. Daryl, we might have lost Daryl because of our Trump hate. Sorry about that, Daryl.
Yeah.
But it's fine. I was going to show you something, Daryl.
We don't hate Trump.
No, I do. I don't have any respect for any of them anymore. None of them.
No, but we don't hate Trump. We hate the government.
We hate the fact that none of them, they're all sellouts. I think they're all sellout bitches, and they're going to save their own ass at the cost of children. That I have no respect for. Can't ever respect them.
This is exactly what you said right here. MAGA will turn pro-pedo before turning against their cult leader.
That's so fucked up. That's so fucked up. And that's terrifying.
I'm not a Christian, but in the Bible, it talks about worshiping false idols. And do you remember that video that was made when Trump won and everyone was worshiping the golden calf? Do we not learn the lesson from the parables of the Bible?
No, I didn't. Definitely I didn't. But I believe you.
Do not worship false idols. The only one that is worthy of your worship and your fellowship is the one true God. And I'm not a Christian. I don't practice. I'm not religious at all. But I'm like looking around the world, the false idols and the fucking weird ass worship that's happening, and the blatant Satanism that's going on in mainstream culture and stuff. It's like it's hard not to.
They're all disgusting.
It's disgusting, and it's hard not to be like, whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah. Oh, okay, Dylan's back. Trump is on the list. I know. I know, but it's just like I don't know.
We know.
I feel sick. I feel sick for the children.
We saw the flight manifest years ago, and Trump is on the list. We know that.
I feel like the mafia would be better than the government.
Well, New York was a lot cleaner and safer when the mafia was running it. Just saying.
So we've got the floods in Texas. There's like a lot of speculation about what's going on in there. And this fucking TikTok reporting on it. I didn't even know what Camp Mystic was. I hadn't heard about like the actual camp at the time. This is a former mayor, one of the U.S. mayors, by the way. This is her account. Listen to the way she's talking. This is just disgusting.
There's people in it. Oh my God, there's so many people in it.
I know I'm probably going to get canceled for this, but Camp Mystic is a whites-only girls' Christian camp. They don't even have a token Asian. They don't have a token black person. It is a all-white, white-only, conservative Christian camp. If you ain't white, you ain't right, you ain't getting in, you ain't going, period. And I think that context needs to be said in this matter. It's not to say that we don't want the girls to be found, whatever girls that are missing or whatever right now, but you best believe, especially in today's political climate, if this were a group of Hispanic girls, especially with them being in East Texas, it should be most likely Hispanic. If this were a group of Hispanic girls out there, this would not be getting this type of coverage that they're getting. No one would give a fuck. And all these white people, the parents of these little girls, would be saying things like they need to be deported, they shouldn't have been here in the first place, and yada yada yada. So before y'all come at me, before y'all start leaving hate comments on my page about, oh, these are just kids and they don't know no better, the parents of these children who are choosing, and it is a choice in 2025, it is definitely a freaking choice to go into East goddamn Texas and to make a all-white enclave, exclusionary just for white people, with all the black people in East Texas, with all the Hispanic people in East Texas. Somehow, some way, you have carved out an all-white, whites-only enclave in East Texas for your white children. Yeah, I have a problem with that. I have a big problem with that. Once again, this is no shade to the girls. I hope they all get found. But once again, y'all have to understand the climate that we're living in. They want you to have sympathy for these people. They want you to get out of your bed and to come out of your home and to go find these people and to donate your money to go find these people. Meanwhile, they are deporting your family members. Meanwhile, they're setting up concentration camps and prisons for your family members. And I need y'all to keep that in mind before y'all get out there and put on your rain boots and go find these little girls.
I just want to say that I don't give a fuck. First of all, if China's following me, like they can go ahead. But no, that was actually a mayor from the U.S. Daryl. She was a mayor from the U.S. and that is her former mayor. That is her talking about it. I don't give a shit if it's all white. Who cares? Why are white people not allowed to have? We should definitely be allowed to have our own things. I don't care if there is a token fucking.
The video, it's not all white people. The little girls
Actually,
are not all fucking white. Did she?
But it doesn't even matter even if they were. No, she did. She did a follow-up. She does a follow-up and she says she's like, and this is why you should be careful about being friends with white people because you're probably just their token.
They're desperately trying to start a race war. They have been for decades.
Well, they're making me feel like I just don't care. I don't care. If they have an all-white girl camp, I really don't give a shit. If there's an all-black girl camp, I don't give a shit.
No.
Go do you. I don't care. We have universities here who have clubs that exclude anybody. They're BIPOC clubs. You have to be of another race to get into them. You cannot get into them if you're white. I don't know. Yeah, she doesn't show her face. No, she's disgusting.
Well, you can tell.
Daryl says there's 110 dead, 169 missing.
Yep.
Is that's not at the camp, obviously. That's just all together.
I think that's all together. Like the camp, and there was several camps along that route there, like just family campgrounds and stuff like that. People missing from it. But yeah, these are the. And
that'd be so traumatic.
The thing that upsets me the most about this whole thing is we have a tragedy. We have little girls missing that were wiped out by a horrific flood. And these people are turning it and twisting it into their narrative and using it for clickbait to make people angry, like us. And we're talking about it on our stream to help further the divide, because most people aren't like her and don't care. All they see is little children that are missing, and people are sad about it, and we need to find and help these people.
Well, yeah, no, for sure. So also this, Tom, you're right, the cloud seeding. So I did download this video and it's here. Listen to this. I broke it up into two because the science behind it was just boring me, honestly. And I was getting DM'd at the same time. So we kept popping up, but I'll start with the beginning. It's just broken up into two clips. These fucking guys, again, on the media are lying, because if you Google it right now, cloud seeding, can it take 24 hours? Yes, it could take 24 hours or longer. So there is a potential. Like I hate the lies, but anyways, hold on. Was this the start?
happening in Texas. And then earlier tonight, the CEO of a weather modification company confirmed that planes in Texas did release silver iode into the atmosphere 2 days before the floods. But he also explained why he says scientifically it does not mean that the two events are connected. Watch this.
We're talking about like sub-centimeter amounts of precipitation, be it in snow or rain from every event, which in aggregate can mean hundreds of acre feet, which is very consequential for farmers and ecosystems, but cannot come close to causing flooding unto itself.
And NBC News climate reporter Chase Kane joins us now. Chase, any conspiracy always starts with like a thread of truth here. Can you explain the science? Like, what is cloud seeding, first off, and how is it being used in Texas?
Yeah, so cloud seeding is really this idea for farmers of like, hey, there's some moisture up there in the clouds. Is there a way that we can get it out of the clouds down here to the surface to help farmers? Because water vapor that's in the air needs something to grab onto, which is often like smaller than the tip of a pen. So you're thinking like pollens, particles of pollen or dust or even air pollution. So you see this graphic here. Basically what they do is they fly planes up there to give the water vapor something.
Okay, hold on. I cut out the science.
Ounce of rain. In fact, scientists have been debating for decades whether or not this is actually very effective to do. So even when it does work, Gotti, we're not talking about a lot of rain, certainly not the amount of rain that they saw in Texas last week.
And the timing of it, 2 days before, I mean, you know, again, anybody online that seems to be an expert these days would say, well, no, this is what, you know, started the flood or possibly like supercharged the soil so it was hydrophobic. Like, well, take us through the timeline here.
Yeah, that's a really important point, Gotti, because this cloud seeding, it works within like 15 minutes, half an hour, maybe an hour, and then that's it. So that was done 2 days before. So the CEO saying this, other scientific research establishes that cloud seeding isn't going to trigger something like this, certainly not 2 days after they were doing it. They were only up in the air cloud seeding for about 20 minutes because, again, it's targeted to a pretty small area of land, which was not even over where the worst of this flooding was, Gotti. So we're talking 30 minutes to an hour, certainly not 2 days in advance.
And I mean, cloud seeding is human-caused climate change on a very micro level. But when we're talking about climate change on the macro level, does it look like this flood has any links to climate change?
Okay, sorry. That pisses me off the way they talk to us like we're fucking stupid again. Because if you honestly just Google it, how long can cloud seeding take for the rain? It can take 24 hours or longer. So the thing is, so they just blatantly lie. That's good. Great. Thank you. And to suggest that, oh, well, the water didn't come straight down right where the floods happened. No shit. Water travels. I can't handle it. What is this, Holly?
I'm just showing this for context.
Okay.
So for people who don't know, I'm sure our entire audience knows about Project Storm Fury from 1962 to 1983. They were experimenting with cloud seeding hurricanes. And one of the worst hurricanes that ever hit the Carolinas was a seeded hurricane that they changed the trajectory of, and it hit land and killed a bunch of people. So you can't fucking tell me that cloud seeding is just a couple millimeters and it's super safe and brr. No. So Project Storm Fury is a cool rabbit hole to go down.
Well, it's just like, well, remember, all these people are like, oh, they're not chemtrails, they're not doing weather modification. They're telling you they are. And it's just a little tiny thing. And okay, well, listen, if pollen and stuff could, by the way, like, I'm sorry, but I hear them saying like pollen could have been something that the moisture molecules grab onto. Why are we not using pollen or something? Not so dangerous. But who plays for cloud seeding? I know that we have one cloud or one guy who you remember Chris. What's his name? He's Mr. Freedom. He had the gas station. He used to do cloud seeding, and he said he got like, I think it was like $10 a kilometer or something. I don't know. It was very weird. It was weird how they paid it, but yeah. So the fact is they could, and also Daryl, I don't know why. I feel like you and I just need to have it. No, Daryl, what did you say? You said Yeah, Daryl, you said it never rains there, so they weren't ready. Okay, well, they did the same thing in Dubai last year. They did the same thing in Dubai. They admitted it. They were trying to put a little bit of rain, just a little bit, and they got flooded. Yeah, they were prepared. It doesn't rain there. But the thing is, they did admit they had cloud seeded. The floods exactly. I'm going to find it, but they did.
Well, they cloud seed here in good old Alberta, Canada, free the land of the free, right? Where the beef fat is yellow and the legal system is fair. And the cloud seed here all the time. We had a century flood not too long ago that wiped out downtown, and they were completely surprised by it. Not 5 years earlier, we had a once in a century flood as well because of the weather modification that they do. And we're told it's the insurance companies that do it in Alberta because we have incredible hailstorms. But it's the insurance companies are trying to reduce the deductibles, make sure there's not as much damage, et cetera, but every time they do it, everything gets worse. So climate change or climate modification.
Yeah, either way, it's fucked. They're just fucked. But they are doing it. I don't believe this is natural. And there is apparently a land grab. I should have downloaded the video. I didn't do it. I could do it, baby. I'll look really
good. In Texas? Yeah.
Yeah. And it's right where you're at.
See where they're planning something for 2030? Or they're planning a smart city, or they're planning a huge change that's supposed to happen in that area. And then once a natural disaster happens in that area, just go look at see what the planning is for that area. So it's correlation. Yes, that doesn't, equal causation, but it's kind of getting to the point where
we're going to have to say, yeah, no, sorry, I can't believe anymore. I can't.
No. Well, I don't believe anything they say.
Nothing, literally nothing they say. Everything, think about it. Just think about even just Epstein, for example, right? A year ago, a couple of years ago, there's been documentaries on it. They have who is the class action suit against? I'm going to send this, Holly. I got to send this to you. I can't upload this, so I need you to do it. So it's in the Real Housewives group.
Okay.
Sorry, one moment, please. I'm finding it. It's this big. Why would you? Where is it? Where did it go? You know what? I'm an idiot. I didn't even download it because I remember it. I'll just go on X and get it later. So I'll just grab it from my group.
Never do it later.
Oh, yes.
Well,
anyways, I mean, keep lying.
We do have our ticker going on below us. If you do enjoy our content, we do accept tips to help us with the cost of the stream. Preferable way is via e-transfer to rhoalberta@gmail.com, or we also have a buy me a coffee account as well, and that really does help us out because we are a fully self-funded stream, and any penny.
Which we're kicking ass. Kicking ass at it. I'm here, Holly. List is I'm sending you it now. Okay. So it's two little things, but two pictures. Yeah, yes. Yes, we don't have merch yet. We're gonna make cream pies and sell them. It'll be Holly's cream pies. All right, you guys. Yes, exactly. There's the thing is, I don't believe anything anymore. The fires, none of it. None of it. I'm like, oh, okay, so you guys are fucking doing this on purpose.
No, Jasper was one of the cities.
Oh, that was for sure. It was going to be a smart city.
They signed up for that 2040 or something like that. They were one of the towns.
I think it was 2030.
Yeah, there's anyway, there's a bunch of cities all over the world that signed up for this program, and Jasper was one of those cities. There was also I think Fort McMurray is one of the cities as well that signed up for it. What the fuck happened up there? Kelowna is one of the cities. So just keep your eyes on that city in Canada.
Kelowna burns every year it burns.
It doesn't burn.
But it didn't when we were kids. They burn it every year, every single year. Go every single year. Like for the last 10 years, it's burned. For real, go look it up. I'm serious. And it's always the cameras. It's always like 1 year, and one guy I actually know, he committed suicide, and I knew him. He must have been actually maybe 15 years ago now. He'd flicked a cigarette butt outside of a restaurant and burned down half the town, half Kelowna, or like a huge subsection. And he felt so guilty because people did die. And it was just like a flash flood, except it was a flash fire in the middle of the day. And he committed suicide, the poor guy. It wasn't. And now that we know what we know, it wasn't. If you go to the first picture of it, sorry, the other one, next one, better. Sorry, because it's Ryan Dawson. He's very smart with this. Okay, so can you
read it out?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Okay, so Ryan Dawson posted, "It is hilarious for the government to say there is no list while simultaneously having hundreds of millions paid in settlements and 3 people jailed for child trafficking. Who is paying all that money to who, then, and why? How come Jeffrey's own emails talk to clients about being serviced, and there's even a goddamn message appointments book with the who's who in it, the black book that we got when they were first arrested? Everyone knows they're lying. Few know the details because they're waiting for a talking head on TV to tell them. The system doesn't advertise its L's. You're never going to get information on billionaires from the same people they bribe. Money talks. Our society straight up lacks the courage and moral compass to stand up to any type of crime, no matter how horrendous, if it means challenging big money. Kids shot in Gaza, but the morally broke are scared someone will call them names, and then they'll lose money. I did all this work on Epstein, and not one person in mass media would touch it. There's already a new Epstein. People ask me who. I say, why should I bother?" Oh, and then of course it's at the bottom. I can't see it.
So, the Pfizer?
Yeah. If you're not someone of importance, my breath is wasted. This isn't entertainment. This is real people.
Okay, and then in the next picture, you click the next one. Sorry, Holly, because I just want to show you how much they're getting paid, how much these people won. These people who got raped by Jeffrey Epstein's clients that don't exist.
By nobody.
And this was yesterday, by the way. Yesterday.
Yeah.
$290 million settlement.
With Epstein's victims to nobody.
Okay, so yes, we do have really poor forest management in Canada, as well as whatever. But I also believe that these lasers, I'm going to show you. I wish I would have kept that video up now, but I'm going to download it again. There's that video that shows you guys remember the blue houses in Hawaii, right? And how the houses with the blue roof didn't get whatever, and everyone thought that. Well, this person did a test with one of these lasers, and it proves that the blue reflects off. I'll just download it and let you see it. I do believe that there's lasers. I can't believe it is 2025, and I'm sitting here going, I believe it's lasers. I believe it's cloud seeding. But you guys, and just think about it. 5 years ago, when COVID was happening, everyone was like, there's no such thing as weather modification. People were like, I bet you believe those are what are they called? Chemtrails in the sky too. Like, you know what I mean? They've got mocked mercifully. And yeah, it's oh, here, I think I got it.
Do you remember when we first started streaming together, and I was kind of like up in the air about chemtrails, contrails?
Yeah.
And you're just like, you sent me a whole bunch of shit. And I was just like, okay, I'm gonna watch it in the sky myself, because like I've been on this earth for a long time. I've seen planes go over. I know what a contrail looks like. It's the condensation coming off the engines. It's very hot. They're 35,000 feet. It's going to create condensation. It's going to leave a trail in the sky. That trail quickly disappears. But a chemtrail has a very distinct profile that it leaves in the sky. And so now I am a crazy chemtrail person. So you converted me.
Oh, I'm sorry. But it's I didn't want to believe it. I don't like seeming hysterical. I don't want to seem hysterical. It sounds insane. No, and it's like, oh, the video I found is gone. The one with the blue, where he was showing that it would not do it. What the hell? I hate that. Like,
well, do you remember before the Maui fires, there were all those videos showing, and it was on the news, and we talked about it on our stream, where the sky was kind of misty. Like in Hawaii, of course, it's very humid, so sometimes there's like a mist or a fog that hangs out when the heat of the day cools down and the ground is releasing its mist. And there was the green laser that was showing up in the sky, and there was tons of videos of it. The news talked about it. It was really weird, and they determined it was a Chinese geographical mapping satellite that was just going over at that perfect time, and they were just mapping the geology. Why is China mapping the geology of Hawaii? Like, why do they care? That's not for their land. And then fast forward, then all of a sudden there's all these crazy fires that happened. And if you look at the satellite map and you look at what was going over at that time, there were certain Chinese satellites that were going over. Now, is it the Chinese that's doing it to the States, or is it the States that's paying the Chinese to do it because they're in cahoots together?
it was definitely the States are doing it. I don't trust anything about any of these people, but
no, and the directed energy weapons is a thing. The U.S. Military has been talking about it for like 10, 15 years now. They have planes that have directed energy weapons on them, and they're talking about how amazing the technology is and how it's, super futuristic and it can do all these kind of crazy awesome things. They've already talked about it. Why wouldn't they be using it?
Yeah, no, I don't know why I can't find that video's gone, but we did show it in another stream, and it did show
yeah, the blue, like where he's taking it over the different color fabrics or whatever.
And he burned everything except for the blue, but it's because the blue reflected back. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. The whole thing. Car brakes are made of asbestos.
Yeah, like
Daryl, are you Daryl, you're coming here. Listen, I don't know if you're fucking with me or not. Like I'm sure there's chemicals. There's chemicals everywhere. Fuck. The amount of hairspray I use some days, probably not good for me.
Well, the brake dust and tire wear, the rubber from the tire pollutes the air more than anything that's coming out of the tailpipe, and it's worse for you than exhaust. So
I don't know. I just try not to huff too much. I just drive fast, and I don't give a shit what's happening behind me.
Yeah,
they're in charge of everything.
100, and she's going way too slow in the fast lane just to piss you off on purpose.
Oh my God, dude. Did you do that to me? Have you done that to me? Have you actually done that to me?
I said I would. It was funny when we got together.
I'm like, because I wondered.
Find her and get in front of her.
Yes. Holly and I went to a parade. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, actually, speaking of China, I got to tell you. So my buddy, very, very smart man. I won't say his name, but very smart man. He had to go to China for the first time for work. And I was like, oh, they're going to fucking, all the video surveillance and everything. And I'm going to read what he says word for word about China. And I believe it because the same fucking bullshit happened with my son when he moved to Mexico. Like, I was like, oh my God, you're definitely going to get your head cut off by the cartel. Like, it's so dangerous. Like, you know what I mean? Because we hear so much bullshit about these other countries. So anyways, I said to him, I said, so it's nice. I'm like, he sent me a bunch of pictures. The sky was clear. There was no weird clouds. There was no chemtrails. There was nothing. Yeah. And he said, I said, oh my God, this guy's so nice. He's like, the air is very clean here. It's just humid. He said, honestly, it's the cleanest. He's in Shanghai. He said, the cleanest city he's ever been to. He said, there's no smell. He's like, they lie to us. And then we're talking about the heat. And then he said, I said, so the people in China don't seem afraid or like anything odd. Like they're not always paranoid of like, doing something wrong. He said, way happier than us. Safest, cleanest, most convenient, most modern, most developed, most beautiful city I've ever been to. Makes us look like the third world.
So communism is a positive?
Yeah. He said the propaganda is so thick, it's suffocating. And I said, like, I'm like, what? Because I imagine China would be just smelly and completely overpopulated, and the government, and they've got all these fucking cops walking around getting ready to arrest you for, looking the wrong way and your social credit score is not good. It's not like that. And then I said to my son, because I saw some propaganda that I fell for again, because I always fucking do. They were talking about they were in Mexico, and there was these protests, and they were saying, go home, gringos. And they were protesting against all the white people that have moved to Mexico, which there has been a lot. And so I sent a message. I'm like, is everything okay? Like, you better, be safe. You are a little gringo and whatever. He's like, Mom, that's not even happening. Okay. He's like, that's not happening. That's not happening. And I'm like, what? But there's videos of it. He's like, Mom, it's not happening. Okay. This like literally not a thing. They're trying to keep us afraid and thinking that all these places are awful. So we don't go there, because then we take our money out of this country and we take our money away from the US or whatever. You know what I mean? So I think that's why the propaganda, well, one of the reasons. But yeah. Maybe. I mean, like, listen, I don't know what China is up to. I don't really care. Like, we don't even know what our own government's up to.
No, and so that, yes, it was, and when we first started playing Pokemon Go, yes, it was a geo-mapping program, but they said that in the beginning of the game. Everyone who was aware knew that. And then when you started, you could take photographs of the different Pokemon gyms or the Pokemon wherever you get your little doodads from.
I was working at Denny's when people were doing that. It annoyed the fuck out of me, because these teenagers would just run in so excited because there's a Pokemon over there.
Like, oh my God, Charizard. But
okay, so they would follow it in.
Knew that. Like, it wasn't a big surprise. So
they send their soldiers here, for fuck's sakes. We train their soldiers here in Canada. If they want information, we aren't. What are we hiding? I don't even know what we're hiding from.
They actively visit our military bases and train with our soldiers. They actively visit our military bases.
Are you allowed to talk about the tank thing or no?
No.
Fuck, man, that's such a good story. Can I tell? No, I won't tell. Are you really not allowed?
Yeah.
Can I tell you a rumor I heard about it? Can I tell you a rumor I heard?
No, yeah, because there is a rumor going around about it. Not for me.
I heard a rumor for real. I know, but I'm just going to call you out on it because I heard a rumor. So in the Calgary Stampede parade, they were supposed to be the tanks. They usually go in. And they weren't in this year. And I heard a rumor. It's because they spent too much money on tampons and they did not maintain those tanks. And we didn't even have tanks for the Stampede parade because they were not working. Can you verify or confirm?
I can neither verify or confirm that fact.
So that's a yes. So we have spent so much money on tampons. It's fucked. But speaking of tampons, ladies and gentlemen, I don't even have a video of this because I just don't. So Alberta has announced that we've gone ahead and we've created our new Alberta Sheriff's Department, I guess.
Oh my God.
It's the latest. It's going to take over we were initially sold it as we were going to get rid of the RCMP. We don't need those federal fucking cops that don't even do their job, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. That's how it was sold to us. But no, it's actually just an extra layer of police. Now, I've got to go to our group. If Holly, can you do it?
Yes, go ahead.
Sorry, Holly. Can you just find it's in our group already. It's the link about the immigrants with the sheriffs.
The one that made me really angry and I went on a huge tirade about.
It was just like, oh, what the fuck? What the fuck? They're lying to us. They always. I think I said, fuck me. I want to run away here. I could forward it.
Yeah. Oh, and I got the. I just gotta share this. Sorry.
That's okay.
Little palate cleanser. Lest we forget.
Yes.
Lest
I did try to make that our background, but StreamYard said no.
It's a little spicy.
No, I did try. I tried to. Yes, that's why our background is just the spot. You got to hear what they're. I re-forwarded it to us, Holly, so it's at the bottom now.
Oh, did you? Okay, thanks. So I don't have to.
Yeah.
Making me work.
So hot. Sorry, Holly.
I know it's so hot. I'm moist.
No, but we're in deep shit Idaho. We are in deep shit Idaho for real.
Yeah.
Well, deep shit Calgary. All right. This is not what they told us, okay? They did not tell us this. Somebody sent me this on Facebook, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? All right, Holly, will you be able to read it? Or I could maybe make us big screen and see if I can try. No, I can't see it enough. It blurs.
Yeah, no. So Alberta's introducing the Alberta Provincial Police. That's what this is a part of, right? So it's like the OPP or the QPP. It's something that's supposed to replace the RCMP, but doesn't actually, because the Ontario Provincial Police work in conjunction with the RCMP and with the city police as well. So my question was, well, okay, so it's gonna be like the OPP, which works with the RCMP. That's Alberta Freedom Separation shit. Anyway, Alberta's provincial nominee program will launch a new permanent residency immigration program for foreign nationals hoping to work in Canada as police officers.
We're gonna have fucking immigrants.
Yeah.
Immigrants policing us. I'm sorry, no fucking way.
So not only did they create a fast path for Canadians with landed immigrant status to join our military, we are now going to have people with immigrant status or with visas or whatever that are going to be able to work with our police force.
They're going to come and tell us, no, ma'am, you actually have to go 10 under the speed limit in the left lane, bitch. That's what's going to happen. I already know what's going to happen. I'm going to get arrested.
There's nothing wrong with driving a big rig 18-wheeler tractor trailer wearing flip-flops with locked up trailer.
Of course, as long as you're watching a movie at the same time, it's good to go.
You're watching a movie at the same time? Fantastic.
We've seen how the newcomers drive trucks in this country. We're going to now see how they are in a police force. I'm sorry, I'm not into it. I'm not okay with it. And our idiot people in Calgary or in Alberta who are like, yeah, we love freedom. Yeah. They're all just eating it up. They're like, yeah, because separatist groups are all promoting this as if it's like a good thing. This is not okay. Exactly. The power trips as security guards. Can you imagine them with guns and handcuffs and being able to tell us what the fuck to do? I'm telling you, this is very bad. We're in trouble.
So I just want to address this. The Strats usually have a couple of tanks in the Calgary Stampede Parade as a part of their display for the Calgary Stampede. Not every year do they have them because there's only a limited amount of equipment that can go, but this year there wasn't. But they did have
because they couldn't. They were supposed to be there though.
They didn't have their troops. They didn't have, or they had. I watched the parade on a live stream, but yeah, they had the a TAP V, and they had a couple G wagons, and of course the mounted patrol on horses, which was really cool, but no tank.
They also had the Sikh Canadians had their float in the parade, and it was like a block long. It wasn't invasive at all.
No.
But the food, though, the food was so good. Keeping Albertans safe is a top priority for this government, and we are committed to protecting the safety and security of Albertans by supporting Alberta Police Service's international police officer recruitment, notes the AAIP.
The province has not yet divulged the details of this new pathway, promising that only it will be available soon. An oil producer, Alberta is poised to enjoy the economic benefits of the completion of the Trans Mountain Pipeline this year, with TD Economics forecasting growth of 2.1% of the Prairie Province's gross domestic product this year. Blah, 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 blah. Oil. Alberta welcomed 57,585 new permanent residents last year.
It's too many, guy. I'm sorry. Listen, I'm not racist. I just don't fucking like it. They're not assimilating. They're not. Mostly on the roads. But they're not.
Even if these were people that were fully assimilating and fully becoming a part of Canada's culture, Alberta's culture, which is very distinct from the rest of Canada, even if they were bright and shiny, waving maple leaves, super happy to be here, there's not enough infrastructure or housing to support this amount of people. There's nowhere for them to live. There's no jobs for them to have. There's no hospitals for them to go to.
There's not right now. There is no room. And listen to this though. The AAIP. So what does that stand for again? What's the top of the page say? It's
Alberta. Let me see.
It's like immigrants, right? Sorry,
Yeah,
because I want to go back down after.
Yeah, Alberta Advantage Immigration Program.
Okay, now go back down to where you were towards the bottom of that. Yeah, down. Yeah, there we go. It says, listen to these programs. Oh, up. Up more. Okay, there, stop. Okay. The AAIP also operates 4 business programs. The Farm Stream, which we know they're taking farms from Canadians. We do know this. They've made it so that you can't inherit your farm, or you can't pass your farm down to a family member. You have to pay the principal on the farm, which is outrageous because people don't have the money. The farm was bought 60 years ago, and then they're going to inherit it, and then whatever. No, that they can't do that. So people are losing their farms. The graduated entrepreneur stream.
They have to pay the taxes. So the money is landlocked in the farm. They're not cash rich. The money is landlocked. So they have to pay, like if you pass down your farm, like say I had a huge 800-acre farm and we raised cattle, I could not just pass it down to my son to run the ranch, because then he would owe the taxes on the value of the land, even though my great grandmother gave it to me. And we just have the land, and cows, and that's it. And it's operational costs, essentially.
So they've got that. They've got the foreign graduate entrepreneur stream and the rural entrepreneur stream. So all of these, by the way, are all government-funded programs, first of all. We are not, as an Albertan, I cannot access any of these programs because I'm not a fucking immigrant. I can't stand it. Like it's building resentments. I don't know why I'm going blurry so much. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Maybe it's because I get angry.
You get angry and sweaty, and then the camera just freaks out.
It's like she's mad again. Yeah, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it, and I'm concerned about them policing us. I don't want them policing us at all.
No, I don't believe that anybody that doesn't have deep ties to the nation by actual correctly obtained citizenship should be allowed to control something as distinct and powerful as the police or the military.
Yes, I believe they own every gas station in America. I just don't like it. Okay.
Yes.
Dieter, are you Dieter? I have a feeling Dieter is in the military.
So yes,
he's picking up. You're throwing down.
That one little run that they do from the beginning of the parade to the end of the parade, they have to replace the pavement treads on the tracks. It's a lot of maintenance. But they still do it.
And I did hear though, Dieter, you're gonna have to find out if the rumor's true. Was it the tampons that broke the bank?
Yeah, Dieter, if you have inside scoop, so this rumor isn't just a rumor coming from a couple of middle-aged white women. Was it the tampons?
It's the tampons.
It was the tampons.
Daryl, Oliver, did you know that here in Canada, we put in any federally run building, we put tampons in the men's bathrooms still? Did you know that? Because, otherwise it's just racist.
No, it's not racist.
I know it's not racist. I'm just saying, I mean, it's so absurd and ridiculous.
Transphobic, and it's the patriarchy.
It's fucked up. It's gross.
The worst part about this is the what is it like? It's the graduate entrepreneur stream and the rural entrepreneur stream. So this rural entrepreneur stream right here is aimed at entrepreneurs who want to start a business or buy an existing business in a rural Alberta community.
Yeah.
Living in a rural Alberta community, there has been a few businesses where the owners, they've owned it for 30, 40 years. They've built a reputation and a beautiful business in town. They retire. No one in town or locally can afford to buy a business. They look very, very hard to see if there's someone who could take over the business that will love the community and be a part of the community as they were. An immigrant comes in with funding and they're able to purchase the business. And the first thing they do is not be a part of the community. Take that as you will. And the business fails.
Well, what is the town near Nanton? What is it called? Not High River, but the other one.
Diamond Valley?
It starts with a C. No, it starts with a C. It's like up. Yes.
Claire's Home?
Claire's Home is, it's a designated immigrant rural fucking town. Like literally it's been patent, like
it's a patent.
What is it called? Claire's Home. No, it is like you're supposed to.
Yeah.
And I went there a couple times when I was in Vulcan. I went there and Claire, I couldn't believe it. I thought I was in Little India. I could not believe it. But they have them all. There's a few. So there's a few of these rural ones that have been specifically targeted. It's the Rural Immigration Project. So,
well, the town councils were approached a few years ago, and what it came with was a lot of extra funding for infrastructure, and some town
I will be right back.
Some town councils jumped on the opportunity to get this extra influx of funding to the town for infrastructure, for whatever, for their budgets. And the town COOs that are the chief operating officers that an unelected role in a town council, there was a lot of push for it. Now, any town that signed up with that program, they are now having a massive influx of rural entrepreneurs and the graduate entrepreneurs, foreign entrepreneurs, the farm stream. So there's a lot of people, there's a lot of people that are showing up that are getting this additional funding as on top of the funding that went to the town, making it a very easy and economically viable way of them to start businesses that the people that actually reside in the towns don't have the opportunity for. Now, I'm all for opportunity and growth and all of that stuff and welcoming people, but not when they get a free ticket to own property or to develop their own financial future on the backs of the Canadian taxpayers. The issue is also the foreign workers program, where the government does sponsor part of their wages. So you'll notice in a lot of rural towns, I just know Alberta, so I'm talking about Alberta, but you'll notice a lot of Alberta rural towns where one of these foreign investors will come in with these tax benefits and all of these grants. They'll take over a franchise or a business, and they will slowly replace the occupants of the town that had jobs there with workers that are here on foreign visas, because the government will pay up to 50% of their wages if they hire people that are working on visas. So instead of paying Joe Schmo kid who just, is in high school as a little part-time job to work at the local Subway or A&W or Tim Hortons, $15 an hour, they get to pay another person who's here on a work visa. They only pay them $7 an hour, and then the government subsidizes that other $7 an hour. So they tend to want to hire people that are here on visas because they save on payroll, and they can't outright fire people because of this. They use social engineering to engineer these kids out. And I've watched it happen in real time in the towns around me, that a foreign entrepreneur will come in with these grants, purchase these franchises. You'll have a bunch of high school kids that have been working there since like grade 10. They've been there for 3 years. It's their little after school job. And these kids will slowly be replaced and by these foreign workers. And I have nothing against somebody who's trying to start a life in Canada and getting a minimum wage job to support themselves while they're bettering their lives coming over. But the fact that they're getting—
There should be a limited number.
Well, they're getting rid of jobs for high school kids. So we've got all these kids that are graduating high school, or they're in grade 11.
And seniors. We've got seniors who need to work too now.
Seniors, yeah, there's a couple seniors that they just do the job because they need something to do in the afternoon. So they work, maybe 12 hours a week. They hang out. But they can't get the jobs anymore because the owners won't pay the $15 an hour. They want to pay the $7.50 an hour. So they save on wages. It's detrimental to societal cohesion. Hello,
Howdy, Scott.
Mr. Scott. Awesome. I hope you're feeling okay. Hope everything's going well. And thank you for noticing that we are feds, because we totally are.
Yes. I was laughing when I left the room for a minute. I'm like, I sound like I've been radicalized all of a sudden, because I was pretty like, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm like, I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want I don't want it. I don't want the immigration. I don't want them taking over. It's making me resent them when I drive and they fucking I know, listen, you're probably just sick of hearing it, but I've gotten to the point where I'm explicitly racist. Like, I get to the point where I'm driving and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And I go right, but I finally can get by them. And I'm like, you're fucking brown. Of course you're brown. And I'm yelling this. I don't care. All the windows are open. I don't give a shit. And it's like, I don't understand though. Why? Like, listen, Holly, there's a significant number of them that always constantly go at least 10 under the speed limit on the highway. I don't get it. I don't understand why they're allowed. I don't understand why they're not pulled over. I don't fucking get it. And I just, they don't respect it. Like, it's
the women. I've noticed.
No, it's the men. For me, it's the men. I've noticed.
Highway, it's the women, and they're all terrified.
I've seen men. Well, they should get the fuck off the road. They have no business being there. It's the men too. And I don't like. I want them to get the fuck off the road.
Ooh. So
there we go. Yes, Salty Australia, you're very smart.
Game in the system. You can come and buy the A&W in my town and come live here. It's actually really nice.
Yeah, or you could just come and we'll just figure it out. We would go there, but you've got scary ass spiders. I can't deal with that.
Yeah, I don't want to live in a place where half of the animal population and insects are trying to actively kill me.
No, terrifying. No, I haven't seen it. Is it just, do you think it's on YouTube? I'll look it up right now. The most Canadian man?
Most Canadian man in the world.
Oh, it suggested it, so it must be. All right, I think I did find it.
Are we taking audience suggestions for stuff we're going to watch? Because there's another live streamer that's done that, and he's been sorely disappointed and really upset with his audience and blocked people.
Oh, well, that is not us. That is not us. That is JF. Scott.
Oh my God, I was trying to be like sneaky about it.
Boy. Okay, hold on, I'm pausing it. All right, I see it. Okay, I go here. I go to present. Present share screen. Done. Okay, kids, let's do this. Let's go big. Go big or go home.
He's sorry for being sorry. He applauds government overreach, thinking it's still not enough. He's never raised his voice, unless it's about hockey or milk and bag.
Milk.
He has strong opinions on ketchup chips, and no one's ever dared disagree. He gave his kid maple syrup instead of cough medicine, and it worked. He's been taxed for breathing, fined for shoveling his own sidewalk, and told the carbon in his Timbit is a national threat. But as long as he's got a Molson in hand and the Stanley Cup playoffs on TV, he just nods politely and says, "Beauty, eh?" He believes how good the Canadian healthcare system is, but has to wait 3 years to see a specialist. He apologized during sex, twice, for the same thrust. He still believes Justin Trudeau's father was Pierre Trudeau. He puts himself into custody for having impolite thoughts. He winces when people pronounce the second T in Toronto. If he gets mistaken for an American, he corrects them while also apologizing. He once got his bank account frozen for donating to a protest and says, "Beauty, eh?" He goes to live in Arizona every March and tells the locals, "Your country is messed up, eh?" He is the most Canadian man in the world.
I don't always drink, but when I do, it's Tim Hortons surrounded by Pajeets. Stay gaslit, my friends.
Oh God, that was so good and so true, and also so scary.
That's so sad. Yeah, we're sorry.
Oh, that's terrible. Thank you. How do we say her name? The pie case. It's like, is the pie case? No, the pie case.
It's the pie case. So she's in the pie/cake club.
Oh, it's a sex cult, Holly. It is good. It is actually really good. We have Americans, yeah, but they're not here. They're not here. They don't stay here. They leave.
Americans are not coming here, and the Americans that are coming here are escaping Trump, and they're coming up for our super awesome.
Wait, hold on a second. Were they following Diagolon? I saw this. I saw
Were they
this.
a part of? I did see this too. There was 4, and some of them were CAF members, and they were arrested for trying to form a militia.
I personally don't believe. Obviously, someone ratted on them. How successful really could a 4-man militia be? For one, you've got the
night vision goggles.
Okay, Holly, I don't care. I want night vision goggles because I'm a little creeper, but that's not the point. I don't care. There's 4 of them, and they're in their 20s. And you know what? We are living in a very disturbed country. We've got Diagolon making the SSC and building up these. They look super strong and manly.
Sound bit for the SSE.
Huh?
You gotta play the sound bit.
I will. We've got that going on. They don't give a shit about that because what? They don't have guns. You think they don't have guns? Come on.
No, they had weapons. There was pictures on the news article that I read. They had a cat.
Only if you like to suck some cocks, join the SSC.
We'll have to put.
Only if you like to suck some cocks, join the SSC.
Holly, just listen. I don't care if they had guns. I don't care if they had 7,000 guns. I don't care. We have bigger fucking problems going on right now than 4 guys in Quebec who've had enough of the government. I mean, it is kind of shitty in a way that they were active members of the army, because that tells you a lot more about the army than it tells you anything else. Like the fact that they could go under the radar like that. But I mean, there's one CAF member who's just a total psycho on X all the time, constantly vulgar, disgusting. The shit he says. He is linked to those people though, and I'm the idea that this man is in the CAF is like alarming to me. I don't know. I don't think anything would have happened with these guys. I think nothing would have happened. It's just a dream.
No, like 4 guys in the woods in Quebec LARPing as a militia. To me, it just, I don't know. It's heartening that there are people that have that motivation, yet it's like, come on, guys. There are 4 of you.
It was typical behavior. Yeah, there was. And Well, you should make it. I will buy it. I like pie.
Yeah, I like pie too.
You prefer spiders over Americans?
Ooh, I don't
good thing
know.
Shaunae's not there.
Yeah, good thing Shaunae's not here.
I don't
do
know.
have really good American friends that I like better than spiders.
What do you think, Dieter, about them?
Mhm.
If they were not linked, but they were following Diagolon. Like, let's be honest here. Do you
Jackie,
really think they
stop.
weren't? Holly's yelling at her imaginary friend again. Sorry, guys. It's weird when she does that.
Sorry, I do that. It's my Tourette. My dog.
I just want to know what you think, Dieter, because I think I don't care personally. What did Tom say? Yeah, that's what I thought too. Yes, I didn't want to say it.
You didn't want to say it?
If I didn't want to say it because the thing is, we don't know. We don't know for sure. But I mean,
no.
And it sucks because you know who used to run the Quebec group? Do you know who was the admin for the Quebec group? Shawnee. She was. So like if she had, you know what I mean? Like if I don't know, she's not here tonight, so I can't even ask her, but she used to be the one in charge of the Quebec group. So if any of those names are familiar, but I mean, she was around 2 years ago and most of those guys are only like 22, 23. I guess they could have been there then. It's just very weird. Right?
Yes. I do enjoy a good banana cream pie. I like coconut cream pie.
She likes a bedtime cream pie. She said she likes to wake up in the morning and feel sticky.
Yep, but that's only when my husband's home. And yes, cream pies drive engagement.
They do. We should eat a cream pie next stream. Cheers, Norm. Yeah. Well, he is. Well, I mean, like, I don't know. If you're playing with people who have been called out as feds and who have admitted to being feds, and you've talked to enough people who can confirm, that you know, hey, yes, CISA's contacted me. You should probably be really careful about who you tell you have guns to. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Lesson learned for these guys. It sucks because they're gonna have some heavy jail time. Like Chris Carbert's gun wasn't at the protest. It was not on the protest grounds. His gun was just there in his camper off the property, and he's still, you know what I mean? Like he's been sentenced. What was the original? 7 years, wasn't that?
7 years.
Or was it 4? 7 years in jail. So, and that was for one gun.
He already served time. So for the time that they were in escrow or whatever. So he had 4 years left to go.
But still, 7-year sentence.
The explosives that were found on the property of a guy who
lived 45 minutes away from the protest.
Yeah. Who also his occupation required that was something that was a tool that he used.
It was his dad's. His dad used to be a concrete. He worked in concrete, and that was how they broke it up. Was with these little, they're called firecrackers apparently, and it's a little tiny one. He put it in the crack, and it would break concrete. But anyways, but the fact is, it could have been. Okay, it could have been there. Yeah,
Tom,
he did.
Yes, he did. We've listened to voice messages of how there was a bus, and there were people that were going to be under it.
Exactly who was going to be under it too is still under it.
Who was going to be under it, and one of them is still under it. So
I do feel sorry for these young guys because they are so young and they are probably completely disillusioned with Canada because let's be honest, Canada is a fucking shithole now. And we're in deep shit. We are in deep trouble. And because of that, like, think about that, the Canadian guy video we just watched, that is the average Canadian guy. Yep. Absolutely. Just like so fucking weak and doesn't give a shit about anything. And then you've got these 4 young guys who are trying to make change and trying to like actively, you know, do something to save the country. Cause I'm sure that was their thinking. And then someone had to be like, they've got guns and they're going to plan to do this. It's a 4-person militia.
Yep.
What if it was 2 of them? What would it be then? What would they call it? Would they be able to call it a militia?
It's a militialet.
Militialet. It's just, I don't know. I could see, 10 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is odd. It's just, yes. I'd say with that, I don't know. Actually, we haven't had her on, Babylon Beaver, but that what was his name? The Lynx guy. He was supposed to be getting sentenced. So we'll have to find out what that was. Like, and Jeremy admitted to ratting him out. Like, he admitted that.
Yep.
So I don't trust any of them. I think they're all I think they're disgusting, and they're actually they should be ashamed of themselves for what they're doing to Canada.
Well, it's depressing because like you look at the convoy, like you look at what Canada was going through prior to the convoy.
Yes. Thank you. I like that is fuck salty Australian. You are so spot on. Dieter Brock, this is it. 4-person. That is a camping trip, not a militia.
See, militia-lit. It's
so short
little.
stature. So funny.
Oh,
I don't know. I think that we're. Yeah, no, the whole thing. These people are bad. Go ahead and join them. Join the SSE. Do whatever the fuck you want. No, I mean, if you're actually that stupid at this point, you're gonna go join. You're like, oh, I'm a real man. Look at me fighting with these men.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Wait. We're just waiting for the next false flag that's gonna happen with them. They're gonna be involved.
Yeah. Well, and the showing up on street corners and overpasses with the Canada's for whites only and that stupid shit. It's like
not helpful.
It's not helpful.
Go and debate. Show up.
Yeah.
Ogre. No, sorry. Is it Ogre? That isn't. It's Orgoth. 88.
Orgoth 88.
No, there's nothing. He's still a complete cunt, and he hasn't gone and found his wife. So if you're talking to him, let him know. Probably should man up and go look for the mother of his children. Prove us wrong. But there are some new people involved who do actually have a lot more power than we do. And it took them a little while to get involved, but fuck yeah, we're happy they're involved.
Yeah, so stuff is moving forward. We just don't have anything new to release right now for everybody, but we will in the future.
So create a new account. Everybody create a new account. Go tell JF, why don't you be a man and go find your wife or your children?
Mother of your children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is fat and he can't build a thing. So 8 Quebec dudes on the range in the RCMP picks, just because it's only 4 getting. True. Of course they took their guns. No way. So this was a year and a half ago?
Oh, wow.
Okay, well, that's interesting, Dieter, because like I said, Shawnee was the admin for Diagon's. She's our third housewife. She was the admin for the Quebec group, and I bet you she'll know those names. And if she doesn't, I know she's got screenshots. She'll go back and look and see. That's interesting. If it turns out that they are, I will be obviously screaming it from the rooftop. And of course, only like 2 people will listen, but we'll try.
Well, there in our StreamYard right now, it shows 22 people.
I know.
22 people will listen.
Maybe
we love our audience. Maybe. We love the people that show up every week for us. We
would have 24, or 44 maybe, because Phil's doing his stream. So January 2024. That's interesting. Okay, good to know. So we've got like a lot of problem. Oh, of course we will. If she does, yeah, we might do a stream. We'll do a stream tomorrow once we find out if she does. I'll have to get her to check her stuff, but I don't know. Says 9 in Rumble. Kate, listen, Mr. Scott Awesome, don't rain on our parade. All right?
Yeah, Mr. Scott Awesome, the last time he made a suggestion, it got us into a whole lot of trouble. So
we're not going to listen to you. Okay, we like it. We actually have 9. Okay, well, that's great. Thanks, guys. You're making us feel better. So Scott says there's 9. Austin says he's 3 of those 9. Can't find Jack and Lily. Can't find Laura. No, listen, but yeah, found 4 guys with guns. Thank you. That is the point. That's what I mean. The RCMP do not give a flying fuck about anything that's actually serious. Or a few do, but they just don't have the resources. Or we just can't do this because of that.
If the Alberta Advantage Immigration Program gets set up, then we will have more people to help us find the missing children.
But they will not. They will not. No. They will not do that. No. They will be doing other things, okay, that they think is important. I can't do it. Epstein, Yeah, we won't look into it. We already talked about it. We missed
We
it.
already
You
talked
missed it,
about it.
Scott.
Scott, you missed it. We looked into it. We figured everything out. There's actually arrests underway because of our deep investigation into it. And we believe the government now. Just watch the early part of the stream.
Okay, you guys, listen. Let's stop talking about how high views are, okay? Because I hate it. It stresses me out. Does Canada have restrictions on IQ for police? Yeah. Shut the fuck up. Does the UK? Don't even say it, because do they? I believe they do. I saw 2 female cops just like, I don't know what, they were dancing with these 2 suspects, and one of them guys punched the woman in the face. And these women were not equipped to take these guys down at all, like not even at all. And then another woman, when the women finally get the guys down, another woman walks up to these 2 guys and kicks them in the face. These females could not handle it. I wouldn't be a cop. I couldn't do it.
I believe that women can be police officers in a polite, homogenous society, which is something we don't have right now.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't want to do it, and I don't. No.
All
right.
And feminism has really
worn out its welcome.
Has really destroyed what females think that they're capable of, and I could not take down a 200-pound guy, even in the best.
I could in the bedroom.
Life.
In the bedroom,
Wow.
I could.
You could.
I'll take him right down. I will take him right down.
You could take him down. I believe in you.
Thank you.
Do you know who's been a bad boy? I
Oh,
think you need to take down.
Oh, baby, when you talk like that, you make a woman go mad. So be wise and keep on reading the signs of my body.
He's got such strong legs. Good pelvis.
He's got to have strong legs to hold that up.
Yeah, he's carrying it around. America doesn't have IQ restrictions, please. Thank you. The Romanettes, yeah. Well, you know what? How the fuck do you guys know that? Okay, I have to ask. How do people know what that is? I did not know. I had to ask Haley. I had to DM her in a side message during Phil's stream. I'm like, what does this mean? And she's like, it's the Roman salute. I guess it could. Yeah, I guess it could. I can see it now.
I know that because there's the 7 and the 0. That's like salute.
Holly was doing the Roman salute at the parade.
We
went to a Stampede parade. She was doing it.
I was giving directions. I was pointing. Obviously,
there was nobody asking for directions.
I was waving. Because the little kids on the floats were super adorable, so I would wave.
He's Brazilian. He's not
Brazilian
Indian.
And as queer as a $3 bill.
He is not. Oh, I hate it when you say that. He's super not gay.
His hair and skincare regime is way too nice for a straight dude.
No, he was just born that way.
It doesn't mean we can't appreciate. We can appreciate.
He's super straight. He's super straight, and he's looking for a nice Canadian gal. I'm just joking.
Yeah, I know we've messaged him and he won't answer us. We want to have him on the stream. Pointing right to Rome.
That's what he was doing with his ding-a-ling.
Anyway, so we're at 2 hours.
Yeah, we're gonna let you go, guys. We love you. Thank you for coming, Daryl.
Yeah.
I had fun arguing with you. It was fun.
Daryl, you need to message us at the email address that's going to scroll by in a second, rhoalberta@gmail.com. Send us all your ideas, your theories.
Your dick pics.
No.
Your dick pics.
What we would appreciate is your nutscape.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
We love you all.
We do, and
we'll see.
Why we show up every Tuesday night.
Just so you guys can watch us scramble like the professionals we are.
Mm.
All right, you guys. I hope you have a good night, and we'll see you next Tuesday. Holly, you want to click the buttons?
We will click the button. See you next Tuesday, everybody.
Bye.
Maybe the next step in your healing journey is to go around calling people fucking cunts. That is all for today's therapy session. I'll see you next Tuesday.